Senators?
Welcome back to Raleigh. It's been too long.
Why don't we space it around a little bit, guys? So that, yeah. Hey, Delegate, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for coming.
We need some on both sides of us. You never know about this crowd out here.
What a good show of force, huh? How are you? Mr. Epling, nice to see you. Hey, guys, nice to see you. We got a good crowd today. Listen, thank you all for coming. It's a wonderful group that's here today. And we wanted to come and provide an important update because you know that several weeks ago we brought many people together to give an update on the good work of our state police and our state's partnership with ICE. Some of the most important work that the state is doing. And I want to start first by recognizing a few people. There are a lot of folks who are working very hard. We've got our great deputy secretary over there. We've got Buffington. Where's Buffington? Oh, there he is. He's got Doug Buffington. He's the Marco Rubio of our administration. He's got like 5 different jobs. He's doing great. Commish, great to see you. We've got Colonel Jim Mitchell, who is doing a terrific job as the head of the state police. I really feel good about the culture that he's bringing to bear. It matters. I feel very fortunate about that pick. And then also Captain Richard Stevenson, who heads the ICE task force. And where are you? Where's Stevenson? You've been a busy guy. This guy is doing a lot of good work. Also grateful to be joined by Captain Andy Evans with the Turnpike Troop 7, Sergeant David McMillan, Corporal Richard Painter, Corporal Jack Woods, Sergeant Jamie Barker, and everyone up here today. I don't want to miss anyone, but I just wanted to highlight a few of the people because these are the folks that are working hard every day to keep West Virginians safe. You know, when Joe Biden was busy opening up the border, letting millions and millions of undocumented aliens walk through, I knew when I was the state attorney general that was wrong. And you may remember that I talked a lot about that issue, and I even knew that there was more that West Virginia could do to help stop the problem, because we were a border state when you factored in all the illicit fentanyl that was flooding in. And people said, no, there's not many arrests. There aren't many undocumented aliens. We knew better. And so one of the things I was very excited about was when President Trump came in, we were able to forge a broad new partnership to really focus on this problem, because not only will it lead to the arrest of undocumented aliens, it also plays a major role in fighting the drug crime that we have here in West Virginia. At my direction, in recent months, our state police have gained some of the tools, and they've been given the discretion to make these arrests, ultimately speeding up the deportation process. So today, I say what I said a few weeks ago, it bears repeating. If you are in our country illegally, if you are in West Virginia, if you are breaking our laws, we are going to arrest you. Period. Full stop. You know, we know that West Virginia was hit very hard by fentanyl and all the illicit drugs that flowed across the southern border. And that's really what helped motivate me to form the agreement we had with ICE, the state police, the National Guard, the Division of Corrections, all coming to agreements with ICE to improve and enhance our law enforcement capabilities. But since then, we've been making progress to really continue to protect the safety of our citizens. And that's why I'm happy to be here today. It's now been 1 month since West Virginia and our state police and others really operated full-time under the 287G program. And in this timeline already, they've arrested 60 individuals who are in our country illegally. I previously announced that there were 37 arrests of illegal immigrants in just the first 11 days alone. Now I can say with certainty that the state police, in coordination with ICE, made an additional 23 arrests with just 18 this past Saturday. On Saturday, members of the West Virginia State Police, ICE, and DEA were were staged at I-77 around exit 48, leading onto US 19 northbound to be able to control some of the traffic related to Bridge Day. We know that there were a lot of traffic signs that were posted, and then there were people who were disobeying those traffic directions. When we made contact with those drivers, 9 individuals who were determined to be in the country illegally were taken into custody by ICE and transported to the South Central Regional Jail. We had a similar dynamic near I-79, where state police and ICE also arrested an additional 9 illegal immigrants, bringing the total to 18 this weekend. When you factor in an October 12th operation on the West Virginia Turnpike that led to 5 arrests, that's how you get to the 23. That's significant for a state like this. People poo-pooed it. Remember how many people said there weren't issues? We knew different. We knew better, and I'm glad that we're taking these extra steps to protect our citizens. So I want to commend the state police and our partners at ICE, who unfortunately, due to the Schumer shutdown, they can't be here today, but all of them have done tremendous work to help protect our citizens from this threat, and not only of the undocumented aliens, but of the illicit drugs that come in. While I'm here, I also thought it'd be helpful to highlight some of the amazing police work recently done by the state police in a separate incident. Yesterday, it was announced that an arrest was made in a deadly hit-and-run incident on the West Virginia Turnpike. Jack Walter, a man from North Carolina, was hit by a vehicle and killed on October 3rd on the side of the road in Fayette County. Through their investigative work and their steadfast commitment to enforcing the law, the state police, they were able to do a lot of the great investigative work, tracking down the suspect and ultimately making an arrest. In fact, after starting the search for a commercial box truck, our state police spent countless hours going through video, identifying the truck, and contacting companies to be able to pinpoint a suspect. First Sergeant David McMillan and Corporal Richard Painter are here today. They were the lead investigators in this case. Guys, I want to applaud you for your work and your pursuit of justice. And now I want to recognize someone who's really been playing an incredible role in driving the culture of the state police forward. I'd like him to showcase some of the good work done by those officers, Colonel Jim Mitchell.
Thank you, Governor Morrissey. It's certainly an honor to stand with all of you once again, because we want to assure the citizens of the state of West Virginia that your safety remains the highest priority of the West Virginia State Police. Every day, there are men and women of West Virginia State Police that serve with integrity, honesty, and with professionalism, and additional values like respect and integrity and courage, compassion, justice. That's what we stand for. That's who we are as the West Virginia State Police. And I want you to know, Governor, that your continued support of our troopers and our mission is deeply appreciated. Our troopers continue to demonstrate, in my opinion, extraordinary dedication. In a recent investigation, for example, of the fatal hit and run that occurred on the West Virginia Turnpike, we have an investigative team that collectively have worked 1,320 hours. 11 different investigators in different functions to try to find the person responsible, the suspect responsible for this tragic incident. And I have reviewed the investigation. I have been briefed on the investigation, and it is absolutely amazing the job that they did. Their relentless efforts has brought closure to a grieving family and of sorts, and it's led to the arrest of a suspect responsible for this tragic loss. And that's what our troopers do. They stand up for victims every day, and we bring truth to light every single day. So I also want to recognize Captain Stevenson and Captain Evans. The governor mentioned them just a moment ago, and all the troopers on the West Virginia Turnpike whose teamwork has been incredible, and in collaboration with the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement have been critical to the continued success of the 287G program. First Sergeant McMillan and Corporal Painter in the previous investigation mentioned of the pedestrian has done an outstanding job, and also Corporal Woods and Sergeant Barker have done a tremendous job in the assistance with ICE. And so as the governor stated just a moment ago, 60 individuals have been detained since operations began. If you want to know more particular information on these operations, Captain Stevenson could brief you on that and add to that. But I want to be perfectly clear about something, and I want to state it from my position as superintendent of the state police. If you commit a crime in West Virginia, you will be found, you will be arrested, and you will face justice. We want you to be confident of that. We will not allow criminal behavior to endanger our communities or to threaten our families, because West Virginia is full of people that are hardworking and God-fearing and law-abiding citizens, and we will do everything in our power to protect them. I know the governor has shared with me in private conversation that he loves the beauty of this state, but more importantly, he loves the beauty of its people. And so do we, and I'm sure that you do as well. And so, Governor, I want to thank you again for your leadership and your steadfast partnership with the West Virginia State Police. It is encouraging to have a governor that we know supports us and stands behind us, so thank you. So the West Virginia State Police, we will continue to work tirelessly, and we will continue to work proudly and professionally to ensure that every citizen has the safety and the peace that you deserve. And lastly, let me say this. I want to thank the citizens of West Virginia for your support for the West Virginia State Police. It's obvious when we come into contact with you, your kindness to us, your generosity to us, and goes without expression. So thank you very much, and thank you, Governor.
Yep. Well, I'm grateful for you, Colonel Mitchell, and I always like to give some of the local officials. I think we have a delegate and 2 senators. Anyone want to make any comments? Bryant, Senator, or Roland Roberts? Brooks, you're on deck.
You want to go first, Eric? Okay, great. I'll always get up and speak when I get a chance to, but I'm excited to be here today and just to see everyone here that's so committed to our area. And these guys here, you know, I've known Jimmy Mitchell for a long time. And by the way, his daughter could probably beat everybody in basketball with the exception of Donnie Atkins in here. She was an all-state basketball player. And it's good to see Greg Duckworth here, our Raleigh County Commissioner, President of our commission, Linda K. Epling with our Raleigh County Commission, and Linda Sumner, the leader who led the way for all of us Republicans to be here. She was the first one to do it. So let's give her a big hand because she was the trailblazer. And I've known Richard Stevenson his whole life pretty much since he's a young guy. And so it's just exciting to see him do great things and just amazing to be here today. But, you know, I'm proud to be here stand with the governor today who's taking this issue seriously and who's standing with Donald Trump to stand up for West Virginia and our borders. You know, in West Virginia, we believe in faith, family, and freedom, but we can't have freedom if we don't have law and order. And these men represented here today represent law and order. And across our state, they do a great job of protecting all of us. Our ICE agents who can't be here today because of the Democrat shutdown make it happen for us all over the country. So I'm so proud to be up here today to honor them and to recognize them. You know, really, a country without borders is really not a country at all. And when we can't control who comes in and out of our borders, then we can't control the safety of our citizens. And we have an obligation to protect all of our citizens here in West Virginia, our women and children. We have an obligation to stop the vile practice of human trafficking that has taken place. And here in West Virginia, we've been hit harder than anywhere else in the nation by a long shot, and it's not even close, by the scourge of fentanyl. And we've had so many of our young people die, we've lost a whole generation. But you know, the immigration thing really affects really big things like our culture. And we're seeing right now the Democrats they're willing to shut down our government to protect the rights of illegal aliens over the citizens of America. And so standing up against that, I think, is really critical because we've got hard-working, tax-paying West Virginians and Americans who show up every day and do things the right way. And we have illegal aliens who are getting free services and benefits, and that's on our dime. That's on the taxpayers' dime. And that's just not right, because we need to take care of our veterans, we need to take care of our seniors, and we need to make sure we take care of this next generation. And we're not going to be able to do that if we don't have this security in our country and the safety. And we're also not going to be able to do it by paying for the whole rest of the world on the backs of our taxpayers. So, when we think about all the things going on in our country, and we think about all the things that are going on in West Virginia, I think this is such a critical issue for us to be tackling, for us to be taking on. And what these guys are doing is amazing, with the arrests, with protecting West Virginians each and every day. So I'm excited to be here today. Again, I thank you, Governor, for standing up for us, for fighting for West Virginians. And I just want to say today, God bless everyone here. God bless our men and women of law enforcement. God bless our governor. God bless Donald J. Trump. And God bless West Virginia. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, thank you, Roland Roberts. Well, Eric Brooks. Nice to see you.
Good seeing you. Thank you, Governor, for being here today and to commemorate what's been taking place here in Raleigh County. Means a lot to us. I apologize, I'm not as eloquent as my friend the senator is. But one thing I wanted to say is, as you read these reports that are here locally, nationwide, where a crime has been committed against an American citizen by an illegal alien. And that's one crime that didn't have to happen. And we know the angel moms and dads that have lost children to violence and murder by illegal aliens. And it really strikes home with me, and I'm sure it does with you as well. It doesn't have to be this way. This was a self-inflicted wound that was allowed by previous administrations to allow these folks to come into our country and in our state and to live here illegally. And I just want to thank the men that's standing here and the group they represent, state law enforcement, the local law enforcement, the federal law enforcement through the ICE agencies and other federal agencies as well that work on these cases and on these problems. We don't have anything if we don't have safety in our communities. We can't grow like we want to grow in our state if you don't have law and order presiding in our areas and our communities. We all want that. The law-abiding, tax-paying citizens of this state, this area, this country, this is what we want. We require it, and it's something that we should have. And these men and women that's in these uniforms, they're the ones that cause that to be. They're the ones that's coming there whenever we are in our time of need to help us. And when they're doing these jobs and apprehending these illegal aliens that's coming into our state, I couldn't be more thankful for them. And I want to add my voice to the senator and just saying, God bless them. May God keep them safe as they carry this out. These folks that they're dealing with, some are nonviolent, but some are violent. And some of them don't want to go back. And these men and women have to make it happen. So I just pray for their safety, and I'd ask that you would pray for their safety as well as they carry out their duties each and every day. And I thank God for them. So, Governor, thank you for being such a leader in this area, working with this relationship with ICE to bring this about. It's good for our area. It's good for our people. We're safer as a result of the processes that you've put in place, and I'm very thankful for that, Governor. So thank you so much. God bless you all.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Well, that's great. And let me tell you, the delegate has been a wonderful leader, a pleasure to work with, representing your area very, very effectively. So we're glad we're here, and I want to thank everyone for coming today, all the great work that they've been doing in recent weeks and months. Let me tell you, the guys behind me, they are not messing around. They're going to uphold the law, but they're going to come at you if you violate the law, and we will have swift and legal justice. You're always going to get the benefit of the doubt under our criminal justice system, but if you've committed a crime, look out. Let me finish on this note. West Virginia, we are a law and order state, and if you're here illegally, if you're caught breaking our laws, if you're smuggling drugs, you will be arrested, you will be tried, and if found guilty, you will pay a price. Thank you all for coming today, and we will see you again very soon. God bless.